Welcome to the 2025 Junior League World Series Preview Show. I'm your host, Carl Zymak, and today we'll be speaking with the Taylor North manager, Teddy Thompson, along with his assistant coaches, John Bassinetti and Tommy Stubbe, okay, I got it right. Taylor North qualified for the World Series by claiming the Michigan District 5 championship with a come-from-behind victory over Taylor South Brownstown 4-3. The Michigan 5 district champion qualifies for the World Series as the host team in the USA bracket each year. This is the fourth straight season that Taylor North has qualified for the World Series. The past two seasons, teams from Taylor North have won the USA bracket championship before losing to Chinese Taipei, which has won the past three straight World Series. Gentlemen, welcome to the studio. It's great to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
All righty. So let me start with you, Teddy. Past Taylor North teams have set a really high standard in this particular tournament. Your team, does it feel like you have a bullseye on your back for as you prepare for the tournament?
Yeah, we go into every tournament thinking that, and especially like you said with the success from the past two teams. Everybody knows Taylor North. Around the country, everybody knows us. They're coming for us. So we'll see how the kids meet up to that.
I was going to say, are the kids ready for that?
We hope so. We hope so. I believe so.
We haven't enjoyed the success that those previous teams have had with, like, we haven't made it out of a state tournament.
Okay.
But these guys are battle tested. They've played some really tough teams along the way, so we'll be all right.
What do you guys take away from the past experience of the Taylor North program? Do you try to emulate those programs? Is it I'm not going to say a cookie cutter approach, but if it worked in 2021 for these guys and it worked last year for different guys, does it work the same way for you? Or
we're hoping so. We lean on Rick Thorning a lot. We talk to him quite a bit. We talked to Ryan Doty, he was there last year.
Right.
So anything we can get from those guys to kind of help us along the way, we're going to take.
Understood. Do you all have boys on the team?
John and I do. Tommy does not. Tommy's got all girls.
I got a nephew on the team, though.
I
do have a nephew.
That happened last year too, with the manager having all girls. Your boy is one of the pitchers, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. Is he throwing very well right now?
He's had some injuries this year, so it's kind of been a down year. But he's been battling through. He didn't want to miss this opportunity, so he's been fighting through.
Is it easier to coach when you have a kid on the team, or is it easier when you don't have a kid on the team?
I'd say it's easier when you don't. When
you don't.
It's real easy.
Tell us a little about that, Tom.
It's real easy to go to practice, kind of be hard. I can be hard on them, but then I also, can show them some love. These guys got to ride home with them. I ain't got to ride home. I may, check on them. Hey, the other day I was a little hard on Jax. I say, hey, make sure Jax knows I still love him. All that good stuff. But I ain't got to sit next to him when I'm mad at him.
So do you guys feel the same way?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Tommy and I, we took a team to Iowa a few years back, and neither one of us had a kid on the team, and he's right. It was easier.
I know when I think when you've got kids and they're athletic, you end up coaching in some way, shape, or form. I end up coaching a lot of things that I didn't know a heck of a lot about. Okay, but it was funny. My son, who was really, really quiet and easy to coach. Then I had a daughter who was really high-strung, softball pitcher. Little softball pitchers can be a pain in the rear end. One ball, she's a basket case.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, really. It somehow works that way. How has this summer gone for your program? How do you feel? Are you where you feel you should be at, or where you wanted to be at right now?
Well, I just left a state championship, and we finished 4th overall out of 16 districts, and with my 12-year-old, so I feel like we're progressing with every age group there is.
Which is what it's about anyways,
yes.
Right? Okay, alrighty. Let's see here. Any players on this team from last year's team?
No, it's a whole new group.
Which is kind of surprising. There's no There's no turnover at all?
Yeah, they only had one 13-year-old on the team last year. He didn't come back this year.
Okay,
But,
all right.
yeah.
Okay. You guys mentioned Rick Thorning, okay? Rob Dotson's in there. They've coached in this tournament. You mentioned it a little bit, but can you get into, when you talk to those guys, specific questions that you have, what do they really lend? Because I've known Rick for several years, and he is a really sharp guy when it comes to this kind of stuff. What's the best answers that you've been getting from guys like this?
Well, one of the big things Rick shared was how loud it is there, and we're not going to be able to communicate with the kids on the field really. They're not going to hear us. There's going to be so many people. It's loud. It's buzzing. So to figure out how to communicate with hand signals and whatnot, just to go in expecting that. And talking to Ryan, he was like, "Hey, take some fly balls under the lights. It could be because it's different." And when we did that, it's different.
And it is funny, little things like that,
Yeah.
come into play. And unless you live through those things, you really don't know. No doubt about that. How do you guys split up the coaching duties? You guys is somebody an expert in one thing and somebody an expert in another, or how do you guys do?
I'm just a comedian.
You're there for the laughs.
I'm there for the laughs and the fun. I'd say Ted's the knowledgeable one. He's the one that he's the captain of the ship, I'd say.
I pick them up, keep them going.
Everybody's kind of hands-on. When if they see something, these guys aren't afraid to pull a kid to the side and talk to them and explain something. So it works well with it. We've coached together for quite a while now. We took a team to a minor state championship game a few years back, so it works.
What about strengths of the team? What do you guys, when you look at this particular team, what do you look at as either a really big strength or maybe various strengths?
In my opinion, I think that their past is going to hopefully help them. They faced adversity. A lot of Taylor North teams, you go through districts, you don't face adversity. You kind of roll through. This team has played teams that were good. We played an RL3 team for years that was very talented, very good, and you don't find that much. This team has had to play that and battle through, and they're still here. They're still battling, and I think that's going to be something that helps them in this tournament.
What about weaknesses? Anything that jumps out at you guys when it comes to this team?
As compared to the past couple teams, we don't have those power arms.
Okay.
We don't have the arms that are going to come in and shut you down. So we have to back them up and play some defense.
Okay, all righty. And so far you've been satisfied with what you've been seeing on defense?
Yeah, so in the district tournament, we gave up no runs, 1 run, and 3 runs. And the 3 was kind of due to walks. Defensively, I think we've done all right so far.
Taylor North fans have very high expectations now. It seems like they've been living the good life out there, and they really do come out in droves. They've seen a World Series title. They've seen these couple of bracket titles and USA championships. All those expectations, along with the big crowds that you've talked about, good or bad for when you look at this team, and every team is different, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do you have your apprehensions going in, or is this going to be something that you kind of thrive off of?
I think it can go either way. I think it can be good and bad. The bad side is I don't think it's fair to expect that every year. Aside from Chinese Taipei, nobody does it every year.
Right.
But the good part of it is to have that audience there, have the fans there, have all that support, and I think that could help in the long run.
Do you anticipate getting they almost had like their own student section last year, which was really different because I hadn't seen that one before. Any talk of that or anything
Listen,
like that?
these kids got a lot of friends.
Yeah.
One thing about these kids, they got tons of friends, very popular. Everybody loves them. There's nobody on the team you can say that the kids outside of the dugout don't love.
And we all coach other all-star teams,
Right.
so the message is always out. Hey, come support, and they're always there. So
Now you've lived with this team the whole summer. What's going to be satisfactory coming out of this tournament when you look at it? Okay.
I mean, just to be there is amazing. It's something we never got to do growing up. Even I grew up playing at Taylor Northwest, and if you won the district, there was no host team. You still had to go through all the steps, a state, a regional. So just to be there is going to be, I'm so happy they get to experience that. As long as we go out and compete, I'll be happy no matter the result.
What thus far in the season? What have some of the high points been for this particular group that you've been working with during the summer?
I mean, one of the main things is just getting there because, like he said, we've dropped a couple districts in the past. So there's you hear people talk, this team isn't that good, blah blah blah. So just for them to go out there and win it, and the way we did, up by 1, bases loaded, nobody out, and to come in and get 3 straight outs, it was huge.
Yeah, and you guys had to come from behind to win that game, correct?
Yeah, we were down 1-0, and we kind of rallied. We got up 4-1, and then we struggled there for a minute, let them back in, and props to Austin Miller. He came in and shut the door on them.
Well, and that's a big move because without that you're going nowhere. What do you look for? What do you guys look for when you're building a team like this? When you're starting it?
One of the big things you want kids that are coachable. Superstars are great. Sometimes superstars aren't coachable. So we want kids that love the game, that are ready to come and work hard. They can get along with their teammates. They can take coaching.
I know when I had, especially the group that won the Little League World Series, or with Thorning and Ulen and that bunch, they made a big deal out of, I think they called it, they didn't recruit the kids, they recruited the families. You guys buy into that theory too?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
The great thing about this team, I believe every kid has been here since T-ball.
Which is really nice.
Every single kid.
And families are so important because they're going to be there every game, every
step of the way.
practice, and they got to buy in as much as the kids do too, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. What are you going to tell your team before you have game 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, against the Southwest team.
Texas, yeah.
Is it going to be Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And what are you guys gonna tell your team before they take the field?
The big thing I want to stress to them is there's a lot of people, there's cameras on. It's baseball. It's something they've played for most of them 10, 11 years. Just go out there and play baseball. Have fun with it.
That's probably a good thing to tell them. That's for sure. So let's talk about the team a little bit. Okay. Do you know who's going to start? Let's start on the mound because that's where it all starts. Do you know who you're going to start on Sunday?
No. Leading up to it, we'll talk about it. The 3 of us will come to an agreement. In my mind, there's 2 options: Jaden Gordado and Jake Myers. They've kind of been 2 of the horses most of the year. So.
And I assume if one gets the start on Sunday, the other will get the start, probably coming back.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, the next one will start game 2.
What about depth pitching? And do you have a person that you always go to close, or?
No, we haven't been in a ton of those situations yet. Like you said, Jackson Bastinetti, he's fought through some injuries. He's a guy we can come in and throw. I think we threw like 8 different guys in the district.
Okay. All right.
Austin Miller was huge for us. Mason Hodges can come in and throw. Connor Hill. We've got some arms.
Okay. Behind the plate, that's always really important. Who's handling the catching chores?
So we've relied on Craig Smith and Connor Hill. They've each done a really good job back there. Bryson Hanner's come in for a few innings. He does a good job back there.
Okay.
It'll probably be Craig or Connor to start, depending who's pitching and what we need to do defensively.
Okay. First base?
First base, Jake Myers and Bryson Hanner both play first base for us.
Already.
So if Jake's on the mound, Bryson goes to 1.
Gotcha. What about second?
Second's been my son, Bradley Thompson.
Okay.
Jackson Bastinetti also plays there.
Okay.
Jackson's he's a utility guy. He's going to play all around for us.
Okay. Shortstop?
Craig Smith, Austin Miller, Jackson Bastinetti. Bradley can slide over there if we need him to.
You got a lot of them.
So, yeah, it's a good problem to have.
It is. It is. Taylor North has been fortunate over the recent past because it seems like every shortstop they've thrown out there. I know Doty had a tremendous World Series last year, and before that was Farner, and that kid never makes an error.
Farner's unbelievable.
Yeah, he is totally unbelievable. I watched, in fact, I probably too into that team, but watching so many of their games as they went through the Little League portion and then afterwards. And I sat there one day with Guido Hewlin and I said, you know, I've been to so many games and I've watched you guys on tape so much. I don't think I've ever seen Farner make an error. And he just laughed. And to this day, I still don't think, I probably watched him play 25 times and never seen the kid make an error.
Yeah, he's smooth.
Yeah, he is a nice shortstop.
Yeah.
What about third base?
Third, we have Mason Hodges. Bryson plays there, and Austin Miller slides over there as well.
Okay. What about the outfield? Who's your main guys out there?
We got most of the team can play out there. Who you'll see out there the most is going to be Amari Lane, Angel Garcia, Roman Stubbe, Jaden Gordado.
Okay.
We'll slide Connor Hill and Austin Miller out there if need be.
Okay. Now you were saying, given the fact that you don't feel like you have that dominant pitching, and you've been very satisfied with your defense, anybody who really stands out on defense, or any position that has really stood out for you guys?
So I think Craig's done a really good job both behind the plate and when we put him at short. He's another guy that's really smooth, plays high-level ball.
Okay.
Outfield, probably Angel Garcia. I've watched him all year.
Okay.
He's been pretty locked down out there.
He reads
Okay.
the ball well.
Who plays center usually? Him?
No, we've had Amari Lane at center.
Okay.
Amari might be a little bit quicker. He's got a cannon for an arm.
Okay. When it comes to this team offensively, big swingers or a lot of speed, or how would you, if you weren't the coach of the team and you were looking at it from afar, how would you label
I'd say
this
they
team?
make contact. We have a
Okay.
couple. We have Amari Lane can put the ball out. I mean,
Angel.
Angel can. I mean, Angel had a big, huge hit. That I mean, we have a couple guys that are very capable of doing it. But overall, the kids hit the ball.
Okay.
And to me, that's just as good as going out there and hitting a bunch of home runs.
I hear you. That's true, especially in this. The more you put the ball in play, the more chances you have.
Yep, good
Bigger
things
field,
happen.
fine spots.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if you've got a lot of noise going on the field, like you alluded to, and a lot of these other teams, they're not coming from around the block. They're coming from other states and
Right.
across the world and stuff like that. So you get that nervous. Anything we've missed that you guys wanted to bring up headed into this tournament?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
I got none. I promised Doug Cloutier I'd give him a shout out. That's my shout out, Doug. Don't say I didn't do that for you.
Oh, you got Cloutier on our show again. He's dangerous. Once you get him in here, you cannot get him off.
So he called the other day and said, "If you don't give me a shout out," I said, I got you. I'm going to find a way.
I hear you. I hear you.
They do everything for us.
Yeah.
They take care of us very well over there.
Well, it's a good organization, and it's been amazing how quickly it's all built up. Because I remember Doug coming into a couple city council meetings to talk about different ways that they could go with the leagues and what league they maybe or maybe not wanted to get involved with, and then this kind of came out of nowhere. And I don't know how you guys feel, and you guys are a lot closer to it than me, but when I looked at it, I'm thinking, you're going to try to get those guys together, and
After battling with each other.
Oh, yeah, for
and he came from
years.
Central. He came, we came from West, and I wasn't even a Taylor guy. I'm actually from Belleville, so I moved to Taylor. But I mean, it came together well. It's a legit family over there.
And,
Oh, yeah,
And now
yeah.
to be best friends with these guys, when we first got together, I'm like, I don't know about these guys.
The stories still come out though. Hey, remember when we beat you? Remember,
That's never going to end.
No.
That's for sure. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming in. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks for joining us on another preview show, and thanks. The World Series kicks off with opening ceremonies at 8 p.m. on Saturday, August the 2nd. Everything's at Heritage Park. Admission is free for the opening ceremony. Play begins with these gentlemen against Texas at 11 a.m. on Sunday, August the 3rd. There'll also be games at 2, 5, and 8. The feature game naturally is that first game, and we want to make sure that all you Taylor fans get out there and get rowdy. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Bracket and elimination games will continue August the 4th through August the 7th. The international bracket title game is at 3 p.m. on Saturday, August the 9th. The USA bracket championship game goes right afterwards at 6. The Junior League World Series Championship game will be played at noon on August the 10th. Remember that admission for the regular games is only $5 per carload, and that includes both parking and whomever you've got in the car as general admission. You can follow the Junior League World Series on ESPN Plus and through the Junior League World Series website. You can also follow on Facebook and Instagram. For Joe Camilleri and Kaylee Guffey behind the scenes, I'm Carl Zymak. We hope to see you at the ballpark, and we hope these guys do a really good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Alrighty.